tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. During Jamhuri Day celebrations, David Murathe gave out some remarks by the sidelines. And as I talk right now, those remarks are actually gaining traction and going viral. So in this video, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to listen to them, after which, as usual, we are going to put them squarely where they belong politically. We are just going to see the truth behind those remarks. Listen into this.
My friend, nobody has ever become president in this republic until you have become the leader of the opposition. Uhuru was a leader of opposition. Kibaki was a leader of opposition. Moi was a leader of opposition when he was in Kadu. The deputy president, even Raila, has been leader of opposition. There's nobody who becomes president in this country until you have been leader of the official opposition.
Enough said, enough said.
Yes, that's David Murathe talking during Jamhuri Day celebrations. He was just being asked some questions by some journalists there. And he's just trying to say that for you to be president in Kenya, then you must at least have been an opposition leader. And actually he's trying to give us history right from Moi. That during those times we had Kanu and Kadu, and Kadu was seen largely as the opposition at that time. And Moi was heading Kadu. And then when Moi became president, Mwai Kibaki was his official opposition leader. And when Moi vacated, or rather quit office, Kibaki became the president. Rather, when Moi vacated office, Kibaki became the president. And upon Kibaki becoming the president, his first official opposition leader was Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. So when Kibaki was leaving office, Uhuru Kenyatta, his first official opposition leader, became the president. And now when Uhuru Kenyatta became the president, his first official opposition leader was none other than Raila Amolo Odinga. So if that trend is to continue, then it's just natural or common sense that Raila Amolo Odinga will just actually be the president if that trend is to continue. And that's what David Murathe is just actually trying to imply. And if you look at the sequence, then what David Murathe is saying holds some water. But besides that, ladies and gentlemen, I also believe that every nation has got its own unique precedents and history and the way things are planned there. I can describe it as fate. That is how fate plans the history of every country. In Kenya, again, if you look at the way these people have been president since multi-party politics began in 1992, there is no presidential candidate or candidate who has ever contested for the presidency for the very, very first time in Kenya to win that seat. None has been the president contesting for the very first time. You must try for the first time, unangushwa, you try, maybe you win on your second attempt or third or something like that. So there is also this precedent that has been also set in Kenya. That in Kenya, you don't contest for the presidency for the very first time and you win. And we have seen leaders trying that. Uhuru Kenyatta has tried that. In fact, Uhuru Kenyatta was being supported by the incumbent government. But because the strong hand of history and the precedent was too much great, Uhuru Kenyatta could not become the president on his first attempt. The president that had been set had to continue. That was Uhuru Kenyatta. And also we have seen Kibaki, when he first contested for the presidency for the very first time in 1992, he never won. He never won. And then we have also seen Raila Amolo Odinga. When he contested for the presidency for the very first time, he never won. We have also seen Kalonzo. We have seen Mamangilu. We saw Kijana Wamalwa. We have also seen Musalia Mudavadi. So in Kenya, since multi-party politics began, no presidential candidate has contested for the very first time to win that election. And from the way things are happening today in Kenya, it seems to be that some of the unwritten rules in Kenya. Because things seem just to be falling in place to make sure that things happen as they are planned. the heavy hand of fate. Yes, that's also something that must be noted. And then besides that, if you now look at the Kenyan presidents, right from the very first president to President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, I've tried to Google some of their history. Look at somebody like Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, the first president of Kenya. It's being assumed that Kenyatta was born around 1897. 1897. That was Kenyatta. And then Kenyatta assumed office, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta assumed office on 12th December 1964. That's when he assumed office. At that time, he was around 67 years old. That was the first president of Kenya, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta. And then from Mzee Jomo Kenyatta came the second president, Moi. Moi was born around 1924. He became the president on 22nd August 1978. He was around 54 years there. So you can see 67 and then we come to 54. Yani old and then we come to young. And then Kibaki, the third president, was born on 15th November 1931. He assumes office on 30th, 12th, 2002. He was around 71 years old. So you can now see it's from 54 to 71 years old. And then Uhuru Kenyatta, he was born on 26th October 1961. He assumes office on 9th April 2013. He's around 52 years old. So what I'm trying to say here is that from Kenyatta assumed office when he was an old man. Then came Moi, who assumes office when he's a little bit young at 54. Then comes Kibaki, who assumes office when he's very old, around 71 years old. Then Uhuru comes when he's young, 52 years old. So the next president, this is how fate plans this thing. The next president most likely is going to assume office when he's way older than Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, maybe in his 70s, because next year, Raila will be 77 years old. As things stand today, Raila is 76 years old. So you can see, besides what Murathe was saying, there are also some top presidents that have been set in Kenya. That power alternates between young, rich, not young, rich, between old, young, old, young, old, young. The first president was old, second young, third old, fourth young, fifth old, something like that. That is the president that has been set. And also besides that, ladies and gentlemen, if you look at what is currently happening in Kenya, I tend to believe that fate is just putting things into place. Because I'm of a very strong opinion that if Uhuru Kenyatta could have not shook hands with Raila Amolo Odinga, then I'm saying that there was nobody who was going to stop William Ruto from becoming the president. But fate, or rather the rude hand of fate, had it that Raila Amolo Odinga, for the president to continue, had to shake hands with Uhuru Kenyatta for the trend to go as it is. You know, it's very rare to find an opposition leader actually shaking hands with the incumbent, his main competitor, and then that the incumbent is actually supporting that kind of a leader. It's very, very rare. All these things, ladies and gentlemen, are just happening to fulfill, or rather for the precedents, the hand of fate, the unwritten rules in Kenya to go as they are, or rather to happen as planned. These are things that you can't even explain. These are unwritten rules. So otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, having said all that, it's only the blind or the deaf will not hear this. But the truth of the matter, if you look at the prevailing political situation in Kenya, you look at history, the way things have happened, then all fingers are pointing towards a Raila Amolo Odinga presidency. And that's the kind of analysis we do in this YouTube channel. We state things as they are without any fear or favor of anybody. Otherwise, before I conclude, Just as I did indicate when you were starting, if you've just bumped here for the very, very first time, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Give it a like, please. Give it a like. And if you are watching us for the very first time and you are watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment. Let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. Drop a comment, please. Drop a comment. And if possible, also subscribe and give this video a like. Give it a like, please. And to our fans in this YouTube channel, our fans, I'm very much grateful, very much humbled for the kind of support you are giving me here by constantly giving our videos likes, constantly dropping your comments. God bless you. God bless Kenya. And to any other person who is also a fan of ours here, you love our videos. You love our videos. Take this opportunity today. If you have not yet subscribed, take this moment right now, tap on the subscription button and also on the notification bell to receive a notification anytime we upload a new video. If possible, also give this video a like and also drop your comment. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana.